Alright, guys, welcome back. It's Bradu. The great Bradu. The real Bradu. Any and all of those is just fine. We just laid to rest the High Priest and brought him back to the peace of death, apparently. We found a mysterious book that I've got to remember to do something with later. Actually, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now. So we're still in the dungeon. All the spiders are gone for right now. Uh, I did detect magic. You know what? I have detect magic going as of when we came into this room. No. I have to still do it. So let's do detect magic. Yeah, this is magic. So let's do detect magic. 3. No, I cannot detect magic. That's not great. So I don't get to do what I wanted to do. Darn it. It would have made sense. That's too bad. Okay, so we'll take the book with us. I'm going to roll a couple encounter checks as we leave the dungeon, just as a formality. I think I'll just do 2, 1 per level. So we're on the second level. We'll roll 1 encounter check as we move through. No, and then we'll get to the first level and roll 1 encounter check there. No, so we're back out to the wilderness. What we really want to do is travel back to some city. We really got to get somewhere to a settlement. We are. That's one bad thing about this map. Maybe it's just the way that I set up the crawling. So we are here. But there's no. All of this is like dungeons. All of these are dungeons. All of the towns are like whoop, off the map, right? So we decided that the town I came from is like 4 hexes away. Where did I put it? Yeah. Varn. 1 day travel to the north. Oh, I didn't write the other one. 1 day travel to the north if I go straight up. What's Varn? I want to go to. I probably want to go to the biggest city at this point. So let me take a look, really quick. Varn. Oh, Varn is not even on here. Glencairn, the largest city, 4 days travel southwest. That's what I was thinking of. Glencairn. Let's go there. Let's go to Glencairn. 4 days travel. Let's do it. So as I'm doing the travel, it's been a while, but I think what we do is hex crawl 4 hexes per day and then night. So I'm not really tracking torches because with all this, the way that I'm doing it, I would need like each character to have 70 torches. Because the settlements are so spread out, I wouldn't be able to carry anything but torches. So I am still trying to do like the torch mechanic for, when a torch, when I need a torch, but I'm not using it really to. I have torches taking up a slot for each character, but I'm not really like counting torches. It's just one of those things I can't seem to find the right way to do it. Maybe as a solo player running a whole party, I'm not sure. So we are going to travel. So it takes us 1, 2, 3, 4 hexes to get out of Ardust, basically. And then 4 days to the southwest. So 4 hexes. Each hex is 2 hours. 1 random encounter check per hex. So we got to do 4 on the first day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I start rolling these all at once? Now it's nighttime. I think what I'm doing is two checks at night, so I will roll those at the same time. And I just have my ravens doing watch, so we can all sleep. No problems at night. Now we're out of Ardust. Now we have 4 days travel. So, see what I mean? Like, that seems like a lot. But let's do 4 hexes per day. So let's do 2 at a time. Here's 1. And if I roll 2 ones, guess what? I have to do back to back. There's 1. Okay, so on the last, essentially the last hex of the first day before we sleep. The good news is we're all rested up. So I got back my detect magic and all that. And I should have done that actually. But I'll do. Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's retcon that. Just the night before. No. Forget it. We're going to. We are now outside of Ardust. Encounters outside of Ardust. Let's see if we can get something we didn't already have. 13. Ooh, cool. Oh, okay. We got 6. A D6, I mean. 2. Okay. And then I got to see what they're doing. Okay. And they are. Ooh. Okay, this might be fun. This might be fun. Let's just go with it. So the key numbers here are 2 and 4. Great. Okay, before I really know what's going on, I'm going to have to roll initiative here. So I'll roll for us. 10. Actually, I need a wisdom check, don't I? This is for goblins. 12. And this is for centaurs. 14. Okay, good. So we're actually last. So what that means is we just see this happening before we can even really interject. So what happens is we see these centaurs gallop up ahead. They don't really notice us, and it may not even matter. And they're setting some type of a trap. Maybe let's say they're setting a trap here. Some sort of trap between here, right? We'll just use this as our trap. It's a net, right? A net that drops down. And they're setting a trap for these goblins. So goblins are coming by. We don't see the goblins yet. Let's say we see the centaurs. So what do? Let's just observe, especially because we rolled the last initiative. So the centaurs have a trap set here. They're kind of hiding off here. And the goblins are just going to walk into the trap. And I think what we'll do maybe is I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm doing a fight between goblins and centaurs. It said that what the encounter says is 1d6 centaurs gallop by, setting an ambush. Oh, not trap, ambush. Setting an ambush for 1d12 goblins. So, an ambush, great. Yeah, actually, they got initiative. It's an ambush. So we're just watching it. It's not necessarily a trap. It's an ambush. So they're ready when the goblins hit the clearing. And let's do it. Let's just have a fight between goblins and centaurs. Why not? Okay. And then decide if we want to interject or whatever. We'll get a chance, right? So centaurs. Guess I should have looked this up. I was getting minis. I probably should have looked up what the heck I was going to do with them. Centaurs. Ooh, centaurs are going to win. 12, 14. Sorry. I don't need to do all this, do I? They can longbow the heck out of them. So they're going to be far away. That's what they're going to do. They're going to be far away. Hiding up in these bushes because these goblins aren't going to have much of a chance. Once they come into view, the centaurs are going to shoot. So here we go. It's not surprise because goblins can't be surprised. What I determined, the goblins were red and the centaurs were black. Centaur. We'll shoot at a goblin. So that's definitely a hit for D8. Ooh, with the longbow. 6 damage. That'll kill a goblin, right? Yep. 1 goblin down. Ugh! Second one shoots. That's also a hit. for only 3 damage. So this one goes down. This one goes, yeah, and they're like, what the heck? What's going on? And they at least are going to see the centaurs. Do they run? They might try to run. One down, one wounded. I think I'll give him a morale check. But rather than make it super hard, like a 15 is usually a morale check, I'll make it an even money. The morale check is a 10. Nat 1. So they're like gone. So they're going to try to run, but you can't really outrun a centaur anyway, right? So I'm going to give the centaurs one more shot at it while the goblins are running away. 10 plus 1 is a miss. No, it's a hit. Wow. So that'll be on the same one that already got hit, and he's down. And now the second attack will be 15. That's a hit for 2. So another one wounded, another one down. They're running. Let's interject here. I don't know why. And we'll just stop the centaurs and ask what. Stop! What are you doing? Why are you killing them? And that'll run interference and let the goblins escape. I guess, right? Goblins get out of the way. The centaurs turn to us. What is their reaction to us? They might not like that we stopped them. I didn't really mean to be on the goblin side, but I felt like since this was an encounter, we better do something. What's their reaction to us? 7. Ooh, they don't love that. Not quite hostile. I'm not going to use a charisma check because of the circumstances. Like I think they're a little bit likely to be. So they're suspicious. Why are you trying to save the goblins? Well, we're not. We just happen to walk by and see what's going on. And what's going on? Why are you killing the goblins? So they'll come talk to us, and let's see if we can figure out why they're killing the goblins. Did the goblins do something to them? Did the goblins... Do I need to ask a question here or just do a prompt? Let's just do a prompt straight out of the gate. See if that helps us with some info. Why are they after the goblins? 3243. Reveal nature. Reveal nature. Deliver enemy. Okay. Reveal nature, deliver enemy. So something about the goblins doing something to the nature, to the forest that the centaurs don't like. What was the other thing I said? Deliver enemy. So the enemy is the goblins, obviously. What's the deliver part? Well, the goblins did something to the nature. Maybe they're just being maybe the centaurs are being territorial and don't want the goblins in their area, which might be fair. Did the goblins actually take something? Ooh. Okay, I like this actually. I think the goblins are taking something from the nature. Like taking plants or something that the centaurs want to protect. So they're going to explain that to us. How the heck? Now, I was trying to figure out a way. I don't really want to get wrapped up in this huge war because I'm just trying to get back to town or back to some civilization. But maybe there is No, this would just be a small tribe of centaurs, I believe. Um, I think we would kind of side with the centaurs here, though, and say that we, respect their domain of the nature, and we will try to. I know what we'll do. We will try to keep goblins out of the area if we see any, and not necessarily kill them unless they become hostile, but try to keep them out. I don't know. Man, I feel like I should do something more with that, but I'm not really sure, and I also want to get back to traveling. So, is there anything to be done here? If there's any treasure or whatever, it probably belongs to the centaurs. I don't think we're going to get in the fight any more than that. You know what it is, though? It is time to rest. So, can we get, now I think I will do a charisma check. Like a reaction check with charisma to see if we are in good enough with the centaurs that we can get like a resting spot where their tribe is or something like that. Because now we need to rest for the night. 9 plus my charisma is going to be nice. I think I've got a 3. Nope, a +2 with Fumble Fizz, so that's an 11. That's pretty solid. I think that puts us just below friendly. Yeah, curious, not quite friendly. So I think they will. I think that they will help us have a place to sleep, but that's it. Like they'll let us rest the one night, but like I don't know, we're not having like carousing with them or having a party or a glorious meal. But it gets us through the night, and yeah, let's travel. Let's keep going. So that was day 1. Jeez Louise, kind of slow going. I like the hex crawl, but there are times that it feels a little bit like a slog because I actually just want to get somewhere instead of. I like things like this that a story can develop on the hex crawl, but I also kind of want to get to like what we're supposed to be doing here in Ardust. So let's see. This is the second day. No encounters the first couple. No encounters the second couple. Can we find a good... Now we're on our own to find a good camping spot. Can we find a good camping spot? Not at all. So that means we're still going to roll 2 during the night. No, so we got through day 2. Good. Good deal. Day 3. Oops, what am I doing here? Nope. Ooh, okay, there we go. We have an encounter again. I think we've already got this. Yeah, so I'm going to re-roll. I'd like to do some of these. Oh. Ooh, okay. We see a... Let's see what I can do here real quick for this. Can't quite do anything, can I? I gotta have something for this. Okay, we see a forest dragon flying overhead. A green dragon. I guess I'm saying green because forest dragon. Well, that's the way it is. Okay, it says Makul. The forest dragon flies overhead. Takes note of creatures in her territory. So she would notice us, but may not attack. Roll a reaction. Oh, 4. Okay. Only attacks if hostile. Well, 4 is hostile. You know what I think it's time for? Luck token. We better luck token that. Oh my god. We are attacked by a green dragon. Alright. Here it goes. She did not like this. This is bad. I have not been attacked by a dragon before. I can't imagine it's good. Forest dragon. Here we go. Let's roll initiative. We are the blue. So basically, here's what happens. She's flying overhead. She sees us and starts heading our way. 15, 15. She's got a dex +3, and I don't think we do. So she's going to win initiative. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Forest dragon. Do we do poison breath? Oh, let's do this. Okay.
Lazy summer days.
Oh no.
Or a dreamy drive down the Blue Ridge Parkway in the fall. What about a spring stroll through stunning?
I must have finished the. What am I doing? Jesus. Okay, never mind. It's like, I don't know, let's find something to listen to. Nope. Okay. Boy, the tension is high on this one. Here's what we're going to do. This will at least buy me a second. Once per day, in place of attacks, vines grab at all enemies within double near of the dragon. DC 15 dex or unable to move. Now, I guess if I'm attacking, then this is going to be certain death if I do it that way. But is she just trying to destroy us? Well, I think I better leave this to chance. Are we going to do animate plants or the poison breath would be a TPK, wouldn't it? Nah, we're going to do animate plants and then decide what I want to do next. So DC 15 dex. All right, let's go for it. Carlsby. 9. So Carlsby is tied up by the vines. Look at all these vines too here that are cool. So Carlsby's tied up by the vines. Fumble Fizz. Tied up by the vines. And Urialis. Ooh, 13 plus 1, 14. Tied up by the vines. Okay. Here's what happens. She flies down. We're just totally at the mercy. Unable to move for 1d4 rounds. But I don't think she just TPKs us. That kind of sucks. Story-wise, that kind of sucks. And I don't think that necessarily serves her well. But I did roll hostile. So here we go. She's tied us up. She looks like this. Why is a she? McCool. Does it say she? Yeah, her. In her territory. The other dragon I've met was a she too. What does she want? She wants our treasure, probably. Probably. Let's roll. Let's roll to see what she wants, though. Let's roll on the old. What is her motivation? Ooh, 100. So 54, 100. All right, that could be interesting. 54. Conceal power. Ooh, that's good. Conceal power, and if I reverse them, it's release spirit. That could be intriguing too. Conceal power, which means she doesn't want to be bothered. Release spirit is kind of what we did with the last guy, right? she's got something that she doesn't want people to know about. She doesn't want people in her territory at all. I also think she's going to ask a toll. Can we convince her to not kill us? Is that corny to like do that again? I've got his. I don't think. I just don't think she's just going to outright kill us. I think that sucks. So I'm going to go ahead and. Well, I was going to say cast mage armor, but I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Yeah, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. So all I can do is say, "Don't kill us! Don't kill us!" Uh, Here we've got something for you. Oh, we're gonna offer her that book. Concealed. Yeah, we're gonna offer her that book we found, which I haven't detected what it does yet. But she would like know and understand and probably be interested. So I think what I'm gonna do is offer her the book. Uh, it's a knowledge. It's a book with great knowledge, and I'm just gonna buy another. Basically, what I'm gonna do is buy another. Not. What am I trying to say here? Not at advantage, but just I'm gonna buy another check by offering her the book. We've got a magic book of great power. 8. Well, we're getting slightly better. Sorry, what's an 8? Good lord, I'm never gonna make it to town. Suspicious. Give me that book. What else do you have? This is kind of a dangerous game still here. But we're giving her the book. We have gems. We have the map of the stars. Do we need to keep that map? The map's already like done us in, basically, right? Is she after knowledge or value? Is she after shiny stuff? I don't really. Let's do 50-50 on that. Does she want. If she wants knowledge, she's going for the map. If she wants shiny stuff, we're going to have to start offering her. She could just take whatever she wants, but that's no fun either. 50-50 on a high roll, she will be happy with the map. Not necessarily will be happy with the map, but you know what I'm saying. Low roll, she wants valuables. So I'm going to go with the gems. I'm just going to say we have 10 malachite gems. They're green just like her. I think she wants that. We're going to give her the gems, and I'm going to roll another reaction and see if I can get a little bit better. 8 plus 2 is 10. I think we're getting close. Do I have to get a friendly to get out of here? That's curious. Okay, now we're talking. Oh my god. I think I'm going to just. Do I have to keep going until I get a friendly? That might never happen. Tell you what, curious means one more thing. So we're giving her the gems. We're giving her the book. Oh man, I'm losing all my treasure here. I've got to give her one more thing. Let me look through real quick and see what I've got from past adventures. I'm looking at my treasure on this one page. I forget that. What is that amulet? I have an amulet. I don't remember what it does. It was kind of important. Let's look at it real quick. If I can remember where I got it. Oh. Okay. Hmm. This would the amulet's actually awesome, but it's only a one-time use. So do I have to offer that? No, no, no. We're not going to go with that because she wanted value. So I'm going to offer the golden rod of opus. No, the golden wreath. The golden wreath, which is worth a little bit more. The rod. Also, we have an opus follower, so I don't want to get rid of that. Okay, so she's going to let us go, but she wiped us out pretty good. We will tell her we'll try to stay out of her territory from now on. And I feel like there's something not quite done here. Like she would say, bring me something, or, like we know she wants. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we met a dragon, maybe lived to tell the tale, but she robbed us blind. And there went most of my gold to spend on upgrades for armor and stuff if we get there. But at least we didn't die. So we're going to move on. And I think I think that was, we were just about to rest. I think we better push on into the night. So let's push. I'm going to do 2 more waking. And that might be yep, another encounter. Oh no. So now we're going to have another encounter, and I'm going to have to check to see if we're exhausted. I think is how I make the most sense of that. All right. This is a lot harder than I thought. Okay. Shouts. We hear shouts for help. So we're trudging on through the night. We're tired. We hear shouts for help. I'm gonna roll. I have to roll some kind of check to see if I can push on without being exhausted. Carlsby pushes on. Fumble Fizz pushes on, and 13. I think we're good. Yorialis has no con bonus, but I think it's a 12, so I think we're good. I think we're all able to push on. We hear shouts what was it? Shouts for help in rustically accented common. Um, hmm. What do we want to do? I'm going to do a. So I forgot I did this. Wisdom 12 to avoid encounters. So this is what I'm going to make my wisdom check right now. I'm going to make my wisdom check not necessarily to avoid this encounter, but to be able to tell kind of what's going on. Not at all. 4. So we do not. We're just doomed here, aren't we? A dragon could have taken us out. The spiders could have taken us out. We're sweet talking our way out of everything. So we go towards the shouts. We try and figure out what's going on. And what is going to happen? 2. This is actually great. This is actually great. This will be fun, actually. Okay, here's what happens. I guess I have to pause it. You know what? Let's go. Let's call it here because this is a nice point to. This is a nice point to cliffhanger the next thing. So we're gonna call it here. We're following cries of help, and dun dun dun. It might be a trap.